If I were to ask you, what is the most famous miracle Jesus worked during his public ministry? What would you say? Okay, the correct answer is the feeding of the 5,000. Objectively, it's the most famous because it's the one that's in all four Gospels, so it's the one that's most talked about. And it's a beautiful beginning to this story. I think it has a lot to do with gratitude and a lot to do with the way that we need to approach what God has given us. And we need to look at what we've been gifted with to see his presence in our lives and to see the way that he's blessing us. The problem at the beginning of this story, you could say it's the fact that there are all these people that don't have any food. Like, yes, that's a problem. But the problem that's going on with the disciples is that instead of them focusing on what they have, they're focusing on what they want or what they think they need. If they take a look around them and see what they've already been given, see that they've been blessed with these 5 loaves and 2 fish, but more importantly, see who they have been blessed with, the fact that Jesus is in their midst, there's really no problem at all. And that's where gratitude begins. We need to look and we need to see what we already have. And we as Christians, as Catholics, have been blessed in so many ways because Christ dwells among us in the Eucharist, in one another, through our prayer. There are all these ways that God comes to us and he dwells with us. And that should be the source of so much gratitude. But often we're too busy focused on things that we want or things that we think we need because they're legitimate needs. But if we would just take a moment to look and to see the way that God is present with us, to see the ways that he has already blessed us, we can operate and move forward with a spirit of gratitude rather than a spirit of grasping or a spirit of despair. I know a lot of times amongst my friends, we fall into this attitude of comparing what other people have with what we seem to not have, that we're not grateful for the gifts that we've been given because we want what someone else has. Let what God has blessed you with be enough. Let his gifts in your life be enough, and let his presence be enough. He has blessed us abundantly. In John's gospel, it says Jesus takes the gifts that are there. He takes the bread and he takes the fish, and it says, when he had given thanks, he then distributed them. So Jesus takes the little that is present there and gives it up to God and thanks him for that because he knows that from this littleness, from this gift of what's already been given, that God is going to bless and give to all those who are there. This is what it means to live with a spirit of gratitude. We need to look at the gifts that God has given us and we need to give thanks for them. We need to teach our children and model for them what it looks like to say, okay, we might be hopeless, or we might have a spirit of despair, but let's stop for a minute and look at the way that God is present in our lives and what we have to be grateful for, because that can truly transform the way that we live. It can transform our holiday season, and it can bring us hearts of gratitude. It's from gratitude that God brings blessing. It's from this thankfulness that he blesses all of the people. That's where peace comes. That's where joy comes. That's where he wants to dwell and wants to start, within our hearts with a spirit of gratitude. From all of us at Ablaze Ministries, happy Thanksgiving.